If you're at San Francisco's Ocean Beach on a clear day, you can see some islands miles off the coast.
Yeah, it's a place people don't normally go, where you can hear the deafening calls of thousands of seabirds.
Yeah, our Lauren Thomas introduces us to one woman who spent nearly 2 years living on the Farallons learning about the wildlife.
32 miles off the coast of San Francisco sit the Farallon Islands. It's not a place meant for humans, but a select few researchers temporarily call it home.
It's just special. We could turn off our Wi-Fi. We could turn off our phones and, there's a self-sustaining system out here where we're just kind of alone and we rely on each other.
One researcher is Amanda Spears. She's spent over 600 days over the course of 6 years living in this house, just steps from where they study seabirds.
We recognize it's not normal to everyone else.
The Farallons mark the largest seabird colony in the country. A staggering 250,000 seabirds depend on this remote sanctuary, a fact she's constantly reminded of by persistent calls of the birds.
It's wonderful. They're, great defenders of their nest. But yeah, after probably, 6-8 weeks of nonstop screaming, these birds feel safe. They feel comfortable to raise their young chicks, their babies here.
But the islands provide a safe haven for more than just seabirds. One core memory lies with her return just before the world shut down in 2020 at the start of the COVID pandemic, when she too was stuck on the islands for months, but she wasn't alone.
We had nearly 50 blue whales that were all around us in the waters. And I looked that up, and it was something like 13% of the world's population of blue whales we saw at that moment, the day. So it's just, this is their space, right? This is a national wildlife refuge set aside for their opportunity to relax.
To get to the islands, you have to take a 2-hour boat ride to a smaller boat that then gets hoisted up to the land by crane. And once you're there, you're nearly on your own, outside of deliveries from the mainland that come once every 2 weeks, weather pending. But Amanda says that's all part of the magic of the islands.
You're out here, this is, your life for 4.5 months, and then you go back to the mainland and it's like, oh, I gotta go to the grocery store and I gotta drive on the roads with multi-lane highway. You definitely are changed forever.
For Amanda, her purpose here soars beyond the flights of the seabirds, but it's not an easy job, she says, opting to live in a place that can sometimes feel like another world.
It's kind of like being on the moon almost. I joke, it's like, my second home or whatever, but I really just feel like a visitor here.
But one she wouldn't trade for anything.
So many questions, like what do you do to sleep when you're listening to all those
Could you live there?
Maybe a
Maybe
night
a couple
or
of
two.
days?
Yeah.
4 months? Whew, that's a long time.
Good for her.
Well,